Hello, welcome to video number 13. We have Ms. Yadira here. I'm Mr. Miller. We're going to talk about consecutive integer problems. This is kind of a nice kind of word problem, and once you get the hang of how to set it up, they're kind of fun. All right, let's go ahead and start. So the first thing is, what does consecutive mean?
So pretty much from our definition here, following one after the other in a series, following each other without interruption. So for me, consecutive pretty much means just following up from whatever number they give you and then continuing.
Right. So what comes after that? So if like A, B, C, D, E, F, those are consecutive letters in the alphabet. Okay.
Okay, so we'll start with our first example.
All right.
So list 4 consecutive integers starting with 7. So then our next 4 would be including 7.
Yeah.
And then we have 8, 9, 10.
Okay, so you got 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so those are consecutive. They're the integers that follow each other.
Okay, and then for our second one, list 3 consecutive integers starting with 24. So again, including 24, we have 25 and 26.
There you go.
Okay, so now we're moving on to even integers. So list 5 consecutive even integers starting with 30. So you have 30, 32, 34, 36, and 38.
Very good. So in these problems, you gotta watch whether they're saying consecutive integers, consecutive even integers, or consecutive odd integers.
Like our next example, odd integers. So we're listing 2 consecutive odd integers starting with 19. So we have 19, we have 21. Well, 19 and 21 will be 2.
I think I got this. We're going to go on to the next consecutive slide.
Alrighty.
So here we go. A few more examples. All right, so we're going to practice this. List 2 consecutive integers starting with 18. So we're going to start with 18. And since consecutive integers, not even or odd, the next one would be 19. That's the one that follows it. 4 consecutive integers starting with 62. So we got 62, 63, 64, and 65. 3 consecutive even integers starting with 14 would be 14, 16, and 18. And then 5 consecutive odd integers starting with 17. So 17, 19, 21, 23, and 25. So it reminds me when I was little, I think they had us count up by evens and by odds.
Right.
It's going to pay off now. All right, so now let's get to the word problems that involve these. What do we have here?
All right, so we have find 2 consecutive integers whose sum is 113. So our first consecutive integer would be, click on this pen here, would be x.
Right.
Because we have no number.
Right, so we're going to represent it with x. But if x represents the first integer, the next one would be?
Would be x plus 1.
Right. For if x is 4, then x plus 1 would be 5. Right. It would be the next one.
And then now we have whose sum is 13, so we have 113. So if we put that together.
Right. So the first one is the smaller one. So the first x is the smaller number. And think x plus 1, that's the next number. And they're supposed to add up to 113. Oh, now we can just combine like terms and solve. Okay.
Should we do that?
Sure.
Okay. So we have 2x plus 1, 113. So we take away 1 from both sides. We have 2x. This becomes 0. And that's 112. Divide that by 2. So x would be
I think 56.
56. There we go.
Yeah, I hope we don't get in trouble. I just realized I forgot my calculator today.
That's okay.
All right. I think we can do this, so we'll try to do this. All right, so we got our phones if nothing else. Find 3 consecutive integers whose sum is 156. So again, it's all on how to set it up. So we're going to let x be the first integer. X plus 1 is the next one. But we need another because we have 3 consecutive integers. So x plus 1, the next one would be x plus 2. Like if 10 were the smallest one, if x were 10, x plus 1 would be 11, x plus 2 would be 12. All right, now we're going to use the fact whose sum is 156. So there's the first integer. x plus 1 is the next one, and x plus 2 represents the third one, and they're supposed to equal 156. Okay, so it's always not going to be any problem for these guys. So again, there's the first one, the second one, the third one. When we combine like terms, we get 3x plus 3 equals 156, and then subtract 3, we get 3x equals 153, and then if you divide by 3, you get x equals 51. So my three numbers would be 51, 52, and 53.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so those are the three numbers. So find three consecutives. And it works. When you add them up, you do get 156.
And actually, for the first one, I didn't find two consecutive integers, so it would be 56 and 57.
Right. So we can add that there. Okay, so those are the actual numbers. All right, let's see what else we got here.
All right, so we have find three consecutive even integers whose sum is 240. So we have, let me click on this pen here. We have x, which would be the first one.
Right.
Then we have x plus 2.
Whoa.
Oh, 1.
No, wait, why plus 2? Plus 2 was right.
Oh, it's an even integers.
Because they're even, so
Okay.
we're skipping an odd. So when we want consecutive evens, we add 2.
Okay, so then we have to find a third one, so it would be 4.
Right.
Okay, there we go. So then the sum is 240.
Mm-hmm.
So then make a line here altogether would be x plus 2 plus x plus 4, and that would be equals 240.
Correct.
All right, so we add all of our x's. We have 3x plus 6 equals 240.
Right.
Okay, we subtract 6 from both sides.
Mm-hmm.
We got 4, 3, 2. That seems right, Mr. Miller?
Yep.
Alrighty, so we'll continue. We divide 3 from both sides. We have x equals, oh, what am I doing? Dividing here.
I believe it is 38.
38.
Does that work? No,
Yep.
no.
3, 2, 7,
78.
8.
78.
There we go.
Wow, very good.
Okay, and we have, so we're finding three consecutive even integers, so we have 78, 80, and 82.
Okay. Now, we just got one more example and then a challenge problem we're going to talk about.
Okay.
And we're ready for the journal assignment. So far we've managed, we've lived without our phones.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can do this again. So two consecutive odd integers. All right, actually the setup is kind of the same. If you let x be the first odd integer, actually the next one is x plus 2. Like odd integers are 2 apart, like 9, 11, 13, 15, 17. Mm-hmm. So if you have one odd number, the next one, you add 2 to get it. So the setup's kind of the same here. All right, but I only need 2 of them, so I have x and x plus 2. So their sum is to be 276. So we got x plus 2 is 276. And so we got 2x plus 2 is 276. You subtract 2, you get 2x equals 274. Then x equals 137. Wow.
Sounds right.
No calculator. Wow. Now, if I want both integers, I should add 2 to that. It's actually 137 and 139. Those are two consecutive odd integers whose sum is 276.
Sounds good.
All right, we got a challenge problem. Pass the pen, or do you want me to do it? Or here, let's see. Two consecutive odd integers. Look what happened to that bird. That's not going to happen to us. We're going to be okay. So the thing that's different about this one is the relationship between the numbers. So there's two consecutive odd integers. So we're going to start with x and x plus 2. That's how we represent them. Mm-hmm. All right, now, such that the sum of the smaller and 3 times the larger is 330. So the sum means we're going to add the smaller, that's just x, and 3 times the larger. Well, the larger is x plus 2. And we need parentheses because we're multiplying all of that by 3. So the smaller one plus 3 times the larger equals 330. But the rest, we just solved. It's all in how to write this equation. If you got that, you're going to have this problem. So x plus 3x plus 6 is 330. We get 4x plus 6 is 330. And then subtract 6, we get 4x is 224. Uh-oh. So I think 50... Uh-oh. All right, I'm going to break down over here. Usually, sometimes I can do this in my head. 5 times, I was right about the 50 part, 20, 24, 56. Okay. I don't think I was going to guess that. So, 56. Then, the larger one is 58. So, if you add 56 plus 3 times 58, you should end up with 330. Ta-da.
Sounds good.
All right. Guess whose turn it is?
Journal time.
It's journal time. It's your guys' turn. So just have 3 problems here. So this one's consecutive integers. This is consecutive even integers, so be a little bit careful about the wording. And then the last one's kind of like the challenge problem. I think they'll be fine.
Yep.
All right. We'll see it in your journals. Bye-bye.